Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Sunday, October 27th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduced to number 9 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. The first thing that came to mind when I look at the chart is this too shall pass. It just looks like a laser war with all of these aspects going across the chart, and I can't help but looking at how the moon is just under pressure because it's under pressure. It's a part of a T-square between Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and Sagittarius. And when I think of those planets that are all squaring it, one thing that they all have in common for me, most of them, is all of them have in common travel on different levels. Because when I think of Gemini energy, I think of local travel. When I think of Pisces energy, I think of spiritually traveling. When I think of Sagittarius energy, I think of international travel. So when I look at the moon, there's major challenges and restrictions where travel is concerned. So I could just look at that and see it as feeling stuck. So the inner world is in a place where we feel stuck. We feel stuck, but I feel like the stuck feeling comes from, Moon and Virgo wanting to fix everything. So wanting to fix everything, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you're in over your head. Is that's what it, in over your head when it comes to everything that you're dealing with. But also too, with the moon in Virgo energy, it brings me to this feeling of anticipating the future when I'm looking at it on the chart. It's like anticipating what's to come. And today's energy, you're dealing with a lot. And with all you're dealing with, you're anticipating what's to come. And that's what's like overwhelming. Like I have Virgo energy strong in my chart. And with Virgo energy, anticipation could be a trick in the sense that with this energy, you could be driving down the highway and further ahead is a congestion because you see a lot of red lights. Like, it's like, what the hell is going on? And as you're getting to that point, or better yet, you're walking down the street and at the corner, there's a bunch of people there. The sidewalk looks blocked, looks like a lot going on. And as you're walking to the group, you could feel yourself anticipating the interaction when you get to this intersection or you get to this corner or whatnot, only for you to get there and it's nothing. But like, as you was walking up to it, you felt yourself getting like, just anticipating whatever, just anticipating maybe saying hi. I don't know. It could be going to a new job and the first day you don't sleep, or you're going to meet up with, I don't know, a new job or going to school. And the night before you don't sleep because you're anticipating the situation. For me with the moon in Virgo, we're anticipating something, but the thing that we're anticipating is super overwhelming and it feels challenging to a certain extent. And not just travel, but social. And not just social or travel, but something about the information. Because when I think of Gemini and Jupiter in Gemini retrograde squaring the moon, I think of information as far as, say, Mercury and Mercury rules over Virgo and Gemini. And Gemini energy deals with quick information, quick information. It brings me to small talk, even though you could learn a lot through someone or a thing from small talk. It brings me to like TikTok type of information, like quick information. It could be informative, but it's not a lot of context, just quick information, quick little facts on things. You will have to go dive deeper to expand your knowledge and really become confident speaking about a thing, opposed to just like shouting out random facts. Jupiter in Gemini. And then the moon in Virgo squares Venus in Sag. Sagittarius energy now is expanding. So you will take, say, Jupiter in Gemini, you will take some information you got from TikTok and look deeper into this random fact and go over to Sagittarius, Venus and Sag, and expand on it to the point that you've spent so much time and energy learning about this thing to now you become somewhat of an expert in it, where you could even teach it back. Something about the information feels like a square to Virgo, so it feels limited when it comes to information, or maybe the information is not the kind of information that Virgo wants to hear. And when I look at the opposition between Saturn and Pisces to moon and Virgo, Saturn and Pisces energy. Pisces energy brings me to, again, more information and traveling, but this kind of information isn't one that is connected to the physical realm. And because it's not connected to the physical realm, or it's not tangible energy, Virgo doesn't know what to do with it. When it comes to that opposition, it brings me to Virgo. This would bring me to, like, say, with my intuition and how I learned to strengthen it over time. So I think of the opposition between Virgo and Pisces. Say I have a premonition, a dream or whatnot, I'll go to Virgo and practically write it out in my journal. And over time, it manifests, and I go back to the journal. Oh my God, I wrote it down. And look, I described this place that I was going to be living in word for word. And I look around and it's like, oh my God, I'm actually here. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And I can't deny it. It's not like I thought it, said it to someone maybe, and now I got to go back to ask them, do they remember? I have it written here. So to me, that's bringing Virgo and Pisces energy together, just like bringing them together with healing. Where with healing, with Pisces energy, this is where we're doing the mantras. This is where we're doing the positive thinking and the breathing technique and working on our mind and our energy on a spiritual, metaphysical level, affirmations and all. And then with Virgo, we're also exercising and eating properly and choosing the right fabrics for our skins and all of that. You know, there's a tangible and a non-tangible and bringing them together. So when it comes to the moon today in Virgo, our inner world is in a place where we just feel like we don't have enough information about something, feel in the dark to a certain extent, or like there's not enough information about something, and also feel restricted. When I look at the moon when I look at the sun in Scorpio, the sun is also under pressure in Scorpio because it's a part of a square between Mars in Cancer and Pluto in Capricorn. So it feels like a power play. So when I look at the sun and the moon energy today, we could find ourselves feeling like we are in over our head. But then on another level, I like that the sun and Mercury in Scorpio are positively aspecting Saturn in Pisces. So even though we feel like we're in over our head, I feel like the challenge and the frustration from that helps us to see certain things more clear, helps us to have more clarity. And the clarity is coming from Saturn and Pisces. And for me, with that clarity, it brings me to seeing a way out when it comes to something, seeing a way out where before there was a bunch of fog and just not clarity for some people, a bunch of fog and past failures. It's like being able to see how something didn't work before and now seeing how you could make it work, how you're going to make it work. We have the crow energy, and the crow comes out in the reversal position. And it's interesting that the crow comes out in the reversal position. The crow deals with the mind, and the crow deals with the ending of a cycle. And for me, when it comes to today's energy, it feels like not having enough information to move on. And the energies in the day adds up and reduces to number 9. And the number 9 also deals with the ending of something. But in the reversal position, for me, the crow brings me to the thought of choosing not to see everything in order to move on. So today's energy has to do with an ending, but I feel like there's a delay to this ending. There's a delay to the ending pertaining to today. Yeah, something comes to an end, but there's a delay to it. So this will bring me to the thought of someone deciding that they're gonna quit their job, but you don't quit today. Today's where you make up your mind that you're done. Today's where you make up your mind that you want to go into a different industry. Today's where you make up your mind that the relationship is over, but it's not the day you pull the trigger on it, is what I would get when it comes to today's energy. It's like today's vibe feel like a boiling point, but at the same time, not yet able to see a way out. It's like, I see that this isn't working, but I don't see how I'm going to get out of it. That's how I would see that. Wow. So definitely big time stagnant energy today, because with the magician brings me to utilizing our ability to connect to the heavens above and the earth below. For me, the magician brings me to bringing all of the forces together, brings me to bringing all of everything you've ever learned together in order to open the door for your next path. In the reversal position, the magician brings me to feeling unprepared, feeling like you don't have enough information or you're not ready for what's next. And with the crow in the reversal position, it brings me to that too, because with the crow, for me in the upright, it'll always bring me to a time in my life when I was stressed out and ill and I couldn't see a way out. And then all of a sudden, the crow popped up. I looked into the spiritual meaning of it and I had a mindset shift. And just from the mindset shift, my situation started changing around just from me changing my mind. It brings me to that Dr. Wayne Dyer book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. When it comes to this energy and the magician coming out in the reversal position, or the crow dealing with the mind in the reversal position, to me, there's something about the mind today that feels restricted. Something about the mind that feels restricted about today's energy. So it's like you saw what you had to see, but at the same time, still haven't developed the perspective to walk away, to see your way out of a situation. But I guess when it comes down to it, it brings me to, I guess when I think about it with the moon in Virgo, like the moon in Virgo will bring me to, what do they call it? Is it cognitive dissonance? It's like that's what the moon in Virgo creating a T-square with the other planets will bring me to, where it's like you've been programmed or conditioned to see things in such a way so where even when the truth is staring in your face, like it's not a part of your programming and you can't override your own programming to see the truth for what it is type of vibe. Is what I get. So something comes up today, but something about it is so traumatizing or shocking to where it's hard to see the truth in it. It's like getting lost in other things. Or when it comes to that, with the number 9 energy operating in a lower frequency, it brings me to the thought of someone not wanting to see because they don't want to make a change. Yeah. I think a lot of the times how we'll be in denial we'll be in denial about certain information when deep down we're probably not in denial and we know what the truth is. But if we were to acknowledge that this is what the truth is, then it would require some form of action. It will require a level of accountability and responsibility. And because we don't want that, we will refuse to own the truth in a situation. I think of someone owning the truth in a situation, it will mean that they will have to stand up for something. And the thought of standing up for that thing, it's scary. So instead they just, act like they don't know. So when it comes to today's energy, something happens. And when it happens, you might find yourself feeling overwhelmed or overpowered by it. And in the meantime, just kind of turn a blind eye a bit, because but it's like it's done, but it's done, but I guess more information is still needed to a certain extent is what I'm getting. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The fifth benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. It was a pleasure sharing this message with you. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a brown heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.